Hi everyone, welcome again. Today we are going to explore some more functions. In the previous video, we have already covered a lot of functions in Power BI or in DEX. So we are going to looking at summarize column, convert, date value, and how to create a calendar table. So let's get started. First up, we have summarize column. In the previous video, I have explained you a summarize. What summarize column does is it group your data according to the specific column and measures. It is super useful for generating reports. Let's walk through an example. Imagine we have sales data, and in that sales data we want to summarize or group our sales on the basis of product category, regions, and sales amount. We want to summarize this data by product category, then region, or and then sales. So we can do this by a summarize column. You must be wondering what is the difference between summarize and summarize column now, because summarize has done the same thing, and summarize column is also doing the same thing as well. So I will give you a gist about it, that summarize column allows to enable filter within the syntax itself, whereas we have to explicitly enter the filters in summarize. So that is the main difference. And when we create a summarize, we have to add a calculate table or any other context of function. Summarize column does not need that. So you can see that I have created one summarize table and it contains a summarize column. So it does not take the table name first, it will take the column name on the basis of which you want to summarize your table. Like I want to summarize or group by my table on the basis of product line, that is product category, and then on the basis of address line 1, and then on the basis of address line 2. And lastly, I have one custom column for it, that will be a total sales. Obviously, we want to show this. Then we have this summarize table. So we can group by the category and any other kind of column that we would. So this is it for the summarize column. Next, we'll talk about the convert function. This function changes the data type of a value to a specified type. It's especially handy when you need to perform calculation on data that's stored as text. Okay, sometimes we want to convert our text data into integer or any kind of data type. So we use convert function. For example, suppose we have a column with numbers stored as text. We want to convert these text value into integer so that we can use them in calculations. So let's convert one text into the integer. So let's convert something into the text. Like I have these calculated measures. I can convert these values. By default, they are returning integer. Let's convert them into text. That obviously does not make any sense, but for the functionality, we can check that. You can see that average x is in integer. It is displaying 109.05k. Now let's convert it into text. Let's convert. It will take the expression and then we'll take the data type in which we want to convert it. Let's add is average x into string. You can see the difference between the average x and the converted value. We are seeing this in k and we are seeing this 109050 in the string format. So that's what convert is. Now let's move on to the date function. The date function create a date from year, month, and day values. This is useful when we need to construct the dates for separate columns. Let's say we have a separate column for year, month, and day in our data set. We want to combine them into the single date column. So that's when we use the date function. Let's see if we have something like this. Yeah, we have quarter ID, month ID, and year ID, which is basically year, month, and quarter. and let's see if we have day or not. We don't have day. let's let's create a let's create a custom data for this implementation. I will be entering the data. First we have the day, then we have month and year. For year we can have 2020, month we can have 12, and for day we can have the same for 2, month can't be 21. So let's load this data. So this data is loaded. Let's create let's use date function for this. I will click on the new column. This will aggregate or combine the dates. That will be a full date equals to date. You can see that it will take year, month and day. We will pass year, month and day. So you can see that it is combined day, month and year. That is 01/12/2020. So similarly, the date value function converts the date in text format to an actual date data type. Suppose if I have this date function into date in a text format, so I want to convert this into the date format or date data type, then I can do it. For example, if our data is stored in the text string, like we have data like this 2023 02 01. So this is the string. We can edit it with the help of date values, and that can be converted into the date function. What we will do is create a syntax for it. New measure, date value, and then I will do it as 2023 12/25, or this. So you can see that it has converted it into a date. Okay, now finally let's create a calendar table. A calendar table is crucial for time-based analysis and helps in generating date-related calculation and visualization. So to create a calendar table, we'll use the calendar function which generates a table with a column of dates. So let's create one new table. Insert, okay, new table, calendar date. So this can create one and only date table that can be used for different data files that we have. Suppose I have orders data, then I have customer data. Both of them contains date. Sometimes that can be a bit messy that which date to choose for the development. We can choose uh, one main date table so that we can create a smooth relationship and we can create a sophisticated data model as well. So to create one table, we can use calendar. This calendar will take the expression as start date and end date. So I will enter the date with the date function. Like I want data from 2020, 1 January. And the end date will be 31st of 2023. So you can see that it has generated the date with 2020 2020 January to 2023 December.